everybody! This week's video is about mini mods. Now what we're going to do this week is for our pantry, and the first part of the mod is a mod that everybody does and we know it. But we ran into a slight snag in the road when we were doing this mod, and so that's why we are choosing to make a video out of our mini mod.
Yep, and it's a pretty straightforward process, and we hope you enjoy the video. This is a shorty, just trying to help everybody out while we're all waiting for the warmer weather, regardless of where you are. Like, we're down here in Texas and it's 45 degrees right now.
Still chilly, yep.
So, give you something to do.
So let's talk about the pantry first, which I will take credit for both of these mods. They were definitely my idea. First one, ignore our poster board that protects our glass, but we installed these removable trays because we wanted our spices to be easily accessible but also free up some pantry space. So if you look on in here, you can see that I'm experimenting with how to put things and the way that I used to do it with a bunch of plastic trays and some drawers or shelving units. It just was not working out. So to create a little bit more space, we installed these, and as you can see, we have a bunch more on the counter here that we are waiting to install. They are on Amazon, and we will include the price and all that information right here. So they are really easy to install, but when we were putting the hooks in where they are removable, we found that the length of the screw to put in actually goes into where the glass is. And what we believe is that the glass pane is not just, you know, set in there, fit and flush, is that it extends a little bit, so it's probably somewhere in this region so that it's holding the glass. So whenever we put these screws in, we actually end up hitting the glass, and there is, I don't know how much we measured, but there's just enough screw left poking out to where this could not actually fit and be flush. So we ended up having to trim down the screws in order to make it fit. Not even a problem, easy fix. What the problem is that we want to make sure we have these shelves put in right at where the base of these original shelves were, so it can hold everything in, it's easy to close. But when we want to put this third one in, well, guess what's in the way? The door handle. And we looked everywhere, and just currently we weren't able to find a solution for this door handle, because this is where we actually need to put one of our trays. So we're gonna have to get rid of this door handle, but we couldn't find the flat metal plate because I guess it's not so common in some of our hardware stores and Home Depot and Lowe's. They just don't have them right now. So we're gonna make our own so it fits.
So when Amanda started talking about all these mods for our kitchen pantry, one of the things we ran into, as she's already talked about, was the door handle. Couldn't find anything, so ended up going to one of the big box stores, bought some 22 gauge 6" by 24" metal. I think it was a total of about $6 or $7. And then so what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna cut a square to where the handle would go. We'll drill some holes so that the screws can fit through, and super simple, quick, easy mod. And we're gonna go through that now. So come on, let's work. So as you look, you can see that this actually sticks out well beyond where we want it to. And so what we're going to end up doing is we're going to mark just right about where, even where these screws line up, and that's where we're actually going to end up trimming this down. We'll use a one of our reciprocating saws with a metal cutting blade, and we'll actually cut that down. And so we'll do that.
Okay.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to corner this up as close as to perfect as we can get, and we're just going to make a quick mark on the metal. A quick mark on the metal. But using a straight edge, we're going to just draw our line. and draw our line. And then just tin snip it out. Hopefully the tin snips don't curve. If not, if it does, we will go outside and we will cut with the reciprocating saw, with the jigsaw. But we should be okay.
For all of you ladies freaking out about him using tools on the counter, he does have special permission. No worries there.
Also, for all you ladies that think that your husband doesn't use your counter for tool space when you're not around.
You are crazy, because he does. He absolutely does. Alright, that looks pretty good.
Yep.
How warped is it?
It's not bad.
Tiny bit?
But, so what we'll do is we'll just flex it a little bit and it straightens back up.
Yeah. Okay, awesome.
And we'll put that on the bottom.
Let's trade spots.
So the next thing, we got to make sure we get our holes drilled.
Forgot that part.
And so what we'll do is we will line this up. And for those that are concerned about it, how it's not even or not covering the same space, remember it's going to be on the other side of a door. And so we have a mark here, and we have our other one right there.
And so we will be able to drill pilot holes.
Correct. We will have to drill holes to the thickness of this screw so that when we drill it through and we put it flat, it'll just go boom and it'll just be snug up out of the way. Got our holes drilled for our little plate. Cut the end off the door handle because there's no need for a door handle on the inside of this. And so now it's just a matter of putting it all back together.
Beautiful. Now the next thing that we have to do is put in the rest of those freaking shelves.
So these, yeah. So these shelves actually, we really like them. They're pretty handy. And the way this works is it comes with instructions in the bag. You can glue them on for any RVer in the world. We know that we don't like gluing things. And then comes with the mounting plate, and then drywall screws if you're going to put this in a drywall, or a drywall anchors, forgive me, and then screws. But the problem that we run into is that these screws are too long, which Amanda's already talked about, and we tried it on the first one right here, and we couldn't figure out why it wasn't drilling in. Then we realized that we were close to the glass. Now you can find wider shelves online, I'm sure. We just really like the fact that if like we're doing a big cooking night, we can literally just pick it up and walk to wherever we need to for food prep. Granted, it's not a far walk. So, and then what we end up doing is we take these screws, and for some reason the packaging that we had, they send 5 screws.
Extra, just in case.
They send 5 screws for 4 holes, so you have an extra screw. And so what we do is we use 1 screw that stays pointed, drill all of our holes initially, and then we clip these screws down about halfway and just screw them in. We haven't had any issues. I mean, obviously we got a lot of weight on this, so yeah.
Let's get these bad boys installed.
So part of the reason we took the handle off is that we didn't want this shelf all the way up here, or else we wouldn't have really had enough room into our cabinet space. And so we put this on so we can see where we want to put this, and luckily for us, it's pretty much exactly where we thought we needed to cut. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just mark this real quick. We'll take this back off real quick, trim it. We're gonna try and probably move a little bit more up, but other than that, we're gonna trim this out, and then this will screw in right here.
So it can sit flush on the wood.
So it can sit flush on the wood, and then we'll put the other one, we'll measure and put the other one on, and we'll be on to our next shelf.
Alright guys, we did it. I now have 5 amazing shelves, and I have a couple more of these jars with cute little labels to fill up and get some other, you know, crackers, spices, popcorn and stuff out of the way. So really easy to do. As you can see, Jeff and I did it together, but it's definitely something that you could do by yourself. I feel confident that I could have done it by myself, but it's fun when you have 2 people that enjoy doing little mods together to get it done. So easy as that, and I hope you enjoyed. Hope you got something out of it.